What's up, guys? I'm here with Lucca and Lucca, what'd you do this weekend?
So this weekend I won the Montreal Regional.
Nice, nice. How was that?
It was pretty good, yeah. Just over 250 players, I think. I was playing Runick Bystial. Deck treated me nicely. There's nothing I would change.
What was your score?
It was XO, undefeated all day.
XO, nice. All right, any shout-outs before we get started?
Yeah, shout out to Card Brawlers for sponsoring me. And remember to use Hakuna 5 at the Card Brawlers checkout for 5% off.
All right, let's get into the profile.
Yeah, so first we have 3 Quem. This is like basically the best card in the deck. Every time I drew this card, I felt like I was in complete control of the game, unless I got shifted, but that only happened once, thankfully. Then for the target, we have Blazing Cartesia.
Okay.
So this, I saw some people move over to like the Golden Sword Soul version. But as we'll see later when we do the extra deck, I play a bigger package with Cartesia with like Grand Guignol. So this came up a lot. And then for the Bystials, so we have 1 Bystial Runick, 3 Lubellion, and 1 of each Bystial. So the Bystial Runick is important because the deck does its best when you have a tuner, and accessing a tuner like through any means necessary is really important. So this, being able to search this is really key.
All right.
I did this a lot during the tournament. 1 of each Bystial and 3 Lubellion is just standard. I never really found myself missing like 1 of any Bystial.
Did you consider playing more than 1 of any of them? Or?
No.
No. And what about the Golden Sword Soul? Is there a reason you didn't, since a lot of people have been starting to play it?
Yeah, just in my testing, I found it to be not as great, and I found the Cartesia package to be more like unexpected and better. And now for the spells. So we have 3 of every good Runick.
Every good Runick?
Every good Runick, yeah.
Alright.
Then we have 2 Fountain. So basically, I didn't really think like the 1 Dispelling and Smiting Storm really necessary, because you already have like an 80% chance to open any 2 Runick cards in your deck, and that's basically like full Runick combo, along with Quem. I'd rather play like more impactful on-edge and like Nibs and like Veilers and stuff like that, as we'll see later. But yeah, pretty standard. We have the 2 Regained for the Lubellion. A lot of people play 1, or instead of the second one, they play Branded Beast. Branded Beast is just absolutely terrible to draw, is what I've found. And 2 is really important for the grind game. Because if they pop 1, you have another, and this card is literally infinite grind. Also, the Reborn effect is actually a soft once returned, so a couple of times during the tournament that actually came up. For hand traps, we were playing 3 Nib, 3 Veiler, and 3 Ash. So the Nibs and Veilers are here because they're lights, and in testing they've been pretty impactful against like the best decks, like you Veiler, Diablo Star, and that's pretty good because they basically go -2. Ash is just kind of the most generic hand trap of the format, so that was good. Nib was a little underwhelming. I'd maybe cut it for a different hand trap.
Did you ever consider anything like any other hand traps?
I was considering Bell for Lab, but I feel like that deck's not really scary to me.
Okay.
I feel like I have a pretty good matchup versus it anyway with all of this skills. So that was my main.
How many cards?
40. I think 40. So for the extra, for fusions we have Sleipnir, Hugin, and Jerry. So this is pretty standard. Sleipnir, I cut it at 1 point, but then I found myself really missing it during a tournament, so I put it back in. This is basically like, you have to play this card. It comes up a lot. And we also have for fusions, Gura and Grand Guignol. So this is for the Cartesia. It actually caught a lot of people off guard, because I normal summoned Cartesia and I activated Runick to summon Hugin, and they actually imprimed the Hugin, to which I chained Cartesia. So I just ate like interruptions like it was nothing, because no one plays this card. And Gura is the main target. You can also send Lubellion if you don't have access to Regained, so that basically gets regained every game. For Synchro, we have Lulu Lilith. So this is kind of the Grave effect. It summons a Grand Guignol. It summons a Despian extra deck monster. So
you ever
it's the main target.
You ever summon Quem off this?
Yeah, Quem, I used to summon Quem too. Quem is better for follow-up, but this also, if it hits Grave, it can also summon Quem anyway, so most of the time I summon this.
Okay.
Also for Synchros, for the 6s, we have Coral Dragon and Triage. This is for the Synchro 10 combos, just mandatory. And then for the Synchro 10s, we have Dissipator, Baron, Chaos Angel. This card couldn't work all day. It's super good in Fire King because they don't really have a good out except for Skyburn. If they activate Skyburn, you can chain Hugin, just protect the Chaos Angel, and then they literally have no out. Dissipator's insane, all this is mandatory.
Do you ever consider any other 10s like Chen-Ying?
Chen-Ying, I cut Chen-Ying for actually part of the Cartasia package, so I'm not playing that. We have the one Link, Little Knight, insane card. It's insane with Regained because you can banish your own stuff from your grave and use this effect to put it back, draw one. I did that a bunch. And for Xyzes, we have Typhon. It's a really good utility card for your extra deck. I would have lost a lot of games if I actually didn't have this against like Rescue Race and stuff. And then for last card, I played Constellar. So
Let's explain that a little bit.
yeah, so during like the mid game, I feel like you have a critical mass of Bystials or like level 6s on board, and I want something to do with it. So I figured Constellar is the best one because you can bounce your opponent's stuff, or you can add back like stuff like Ash and Engine from your grave. It actually won me a couple of games today.
Yes.
Now for the side, the real best card of the deck, 3 Solemn Scolding. So basically, this is just
All right, explain that. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, this is just better judgment. You pay less, and it can negate literally anything. Just one me maybe like
Anything?
8 games, anything. So like monster effects, inherent summons, spell traps, yeah, and you pay less life. So I just figured it was good. 3 Bystials. So these are just for matchups where Bystials are really really good, like Lab. And I figured these are just the best 3 Bystials to open. 3 Majesty's Fiend. So the thoughts behind this were, this is for like purely Flu and Vanquish Soul, which I knew were gonna be like highly represented at this regional. So this card just shits on all of those decks. Like even going second versus purely, you can tribute like a Runick for it, and they just can't activate Noir, and they just kind of lose because you just pick apart their board with Runick. 3 Book. This is kind of a last minute inclusion. It was for purely, and you can also cite it in going first as like a defensive card for Hugin, which I did a couple times. And then finally, we have 3 Evenly. It's just a really good generic card, especially in Runick decks, because your battle phase is skipped anyway. Good versus Rescue Ace, random Rogue decks, Vanquish Soul, so on.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Again, there's nothing I would change.
Any other shoutouts?
No, I think that's it. Alright, catch you guys in the next one.